Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL Week 5 preview between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. So let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Baltimore.
When you look at the Ravens defense, you instantly want to say their defense, their secondary in particular, are giving up a lot of yards, a lot of big plays. But a lot of that is due to the result that they're taking chances, they're jumping some routes, and they're giving up the big plays by peeking in the backfield. Those are all corrected issues. It's not a lack of talent, but these guys have to be in tune to this game this week versus Kansas City, who have some big physical wide receivers, so they can't allow inside release on these guys like Dwayne Baldwin. And you also look at the tight end, Tony Moriarty. So they're going to have to play some real good physical defense versus Kansas City. They look at the offensive side of the football. The offense is clicking. They're the top 5 in the league. They're getting their ground game going with Ray Rice, but they got to utilize Torrey Smith's speed more. So let's go inside the lab to see how the Ravens can do so this week.
We always talk about speed kills. You have to have speed. The Baltimore Ravens have Torrey Smith, who has a lot of speed, and I think his speed is better served on the interior. I'm going to show you why. Let's just say you have this type of situation where you have 3 on 2, and this is why speed is important, because you have Smith right here in this hole. If he runs that speed out curl combination, this guy's going to have to chase the ball, comes out quickly, hits him right here, and he can easily turn up for a big gain. Or the speed to clear out this guy route. Let's say if he really wants to run this deep comeback route and you send him up on the interior, how fast he eats up cushion, how fast he gains ground on that free safety makes this free safety choose him over him, thus creating a lane to complete the pass. So when you have a speed guy, I think the speed is best used on the interior, which is why I think that's why the Baltimore Ravens have to get Torrey Smith on the interior. I think that's where he's better suited.
Now let's move over to Kansas City. When I look at their defensive line, I look at these guys as the reason why they're not being able to stop the run. You have to hold your own at the point of attack. It's all about stonewalling the offensive line and resetting the line of scrimmage. If they can do that, then you have guys like Javon Belcher and Derek Johnson that can play downhill, clean up, and stop the run. But right now, that's not happening. They're allowing the big guys to get to the linebackers, and that is always a loss in run defense. Now you look at the pass defense. The safeties this week will be put to the test by the speed of Torrey Smith and also the 2 tight end sets. So guys like Eric Berry, Kendrick Lewis, those guys are going to have huge games matching up versus the interior passing game. Now you look at the offensive side of football. Matt Castle has weapons at his disposal. He has to be consistent. Also, Brian DeBole has to do a better job of getting guys in position. So let's go back inside the lab to see how they can use multiple formations to do that this week.
I think in order to get the passing game going, you got to help Matt Castle out by getting a quick passing game going. I think the Chiefs can do that by utilizing multiple formations. And you see right here, I have different multiple formations drawn up. Each are designed to do different things. You want to stay balanced in the running game, you can utilize this one. It also allows you to split out that strong safety because you do have a mismatch with Tony Moriarty out here. So if you get one-on-one coverage, you can check off to a pass. You can easily hit the quick pass in the slot, and you can still run your plays that way with this strong formation, this near formation, as we call it. Near because it's near to the tight end. Far will be on the opposite side. You see right here, this is mostly your big formation. See right here, you kind of tip your hand knowing you're going to throw the football because you have 2 tight ends in and a fullback. So usually this is your sprint out, your waggles to get the wide receivers the football quickly. Here, this is an offset strong formation. The tight end is going to be on this side, but you still have your 2 wide receivers, so it kind of shifts the defense. So if you want to run strong or you want to throw weak, you're actually more balanced in this position to do so. And up here, again, strong eye. You have your tight end right here flexed a little bit, so it kind of widens out that defense so you can be able to get to the running game more quickly or effectively throw the football to the tight end or receiver. So if they can get multiple with their formations, I think that may help out Matt Castle to get the quick passing game going versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Tom Brady is my X factor for Kansas City. The best equalizer you have as a defensive team is the ability to get pass rush, and Tom Brady exemplifies that. You look at the Baltimore Ravens X factor being Ed Reed. Going against a quarterback like Matt Castle that tends to stare down his targets should be fertile ground for an interception or 2. Now let's take a look at the personnel breakdown. I think the Chiefs have to get better at the quarterback spot and the defensive line. You see everywhere else there's some talent, there's some opportunities, but they got to get better in those two positions in order to have success throughout the course of the season. I like Baltimore in this ball game. Well-balanced team, a team that could beat you on the ground, they could beat you in the air, and defensively they definitely get you off the field. They will take some chances, but I think those are calculated risks, especially going against a quarterback like Matt Castle. They should be able to come away with a turnover or two, so I look for the Ravens to win this ball game versus the Chiefs. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Ravens fans and Chiefs fan forums for always showing football game plan support.